Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something weird from Rike. I know what this is. I know it's weird. I just haven't actually opened these up and taken a look. If you're unfamiliar with Rike, they tend to make weird stuff intentionally, right? It's fun because it's very, very different from what we usually see in the folding knife world. So thanks so much to Rike for being weird and making weird stuff. I love it. I know lots of people really like it. These should be available. I'll link them down in the description. It does help my channel and use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's just do one at a time. I finally have my voice back, but I'm sure it's going to be confusing because all the content's pre-recorded and not in order of reality. So it probably, like I've said in recent uploads, it probably seems like I'm becoming sick and then magically becoming healthy again the next day. Okay, so these are all new outer boxes from Rike, I've noticed. I mean, not that it matters, but so this, what is this called? This is called the RK Predator, and this is the P. Oh, it's an integral. I didn't know that. I did not know that this was an integral. Oh, weird. Weird robot hornet. It's a tracker jacker. I only know that word because that Hunger Games was just on the TV. This actually really does look like a little hornet. Wow, what the heck? That's so weird. But it's cool. Okay, so I love integrals. I'm a sucker for integrals. And I'm going to be honest with you, no matter how weird or, I mean, this is very subjective. No matter how ugly the look, if it's an integral, I am immediately more interested in it. I don't know why turning the knife and seeing that the entire frame is one solid piece is so attractive to me, but it just is, right? So this is going to be a more expensive knife. I mean, we're looking at M390 and titanium, right? Now, you can get knives made of M390 and titanium made in China for far less. But when it's an integral, meaning the frame is one solid piece of titanium instead of two pieces with a backspacer or standoffs, it factually costs more money to create. So you're going to see a higher price tag on this. But wow, look at the details. Number one, hand rub satin finish, or at least that's what it looks like. It's possible that this finish is now done by machine and then they just keep I don't know. It's such a perfect finish, right? So it's very possible that's done by machine. This piece here is completely removable. Now, if I remember correctly, though, it's pointless to remove it. That works way better than the Tissot. So it made me think of the Tissot, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't like that knife. And it was so weird and uncomfortable to deploy because there wasn't enough of a ledge there. This has a ledge. I mean, the ledge itself is detailed, and then there's chevrons up top. You can remove this, excuse me, probably the only reason you would do that would be to make it legal in some areas that don't allow you to carry a knife that deploys with one hand. Is it Germany that's like that? I don't know. Germany's got some weird laws. I know that there are some European countries that are like that. My guess is the fact that it locks and the length would also cause you trouble, but I can't imagine any other reason to remove that. Unless you just want it to, I guess, be a two-handed opening knife and not have this be in the cutting path, which it certainly is. So, maybe a valid reason. This knife is definitely more, what do we say, form over function. It functions, but form was 100% the priority. While this is possible to thumb flick, this taper that comes down to here ends up at a pretty sharp point, so it's not the most comfortable or satisfying to deploy with the thumb. The reverse flick, if you use your fingernail, is fine. You can also tuck your finger kind of up in here, and that also works. Ergonomics, a little bit bizarre, but I can't say it's uncomfortable. A little bit of a ledge right here, but not necessarily sharp, right? The pocket clip is the most angular thing. What a strange choice for the pocket clip. Symmetrical, elongated rectangle. No other part of this knife there are no other 90-degree angles anywhere. That's such a bizarre choice. But okay, right? I mean, you could have done something a little more creative considering it's you only made it for one side, right? No, I'm wrong. This can absolutely be flipped around. Okay, so they had a reason for doing that. Lefties, you can carry this. This little butt horn can be pulled off or unscrewed, and then you can rotate that clip around so that you can carry it, or you can mount the pocket clip in the optimal position. Despite it being, everything causes a coughing fit. It's just that lingering, stupid cough. I can't stand it. Always comes with being sick for a little bit. Crown spine, that's really nice. Love the finish on the titanium. A lot of things to love, and definitely, excuse me, a lot of things to be a little bit annoyed with. But neat. Certainly a pocket knife intended for the collector who still likes to use their stuff, right? If you're new, there are definitely knives that are more geared towards the enthusiast and collector, but in this territory, knives are not delicate, right? If you want to talk delicate art knives, usually you're talking many, many, many thousands, if not many tens of thousands. So this is still very much functional territory. And then the other one here, I'm going to guess, is just black. Yeah, black and gold. Okay, let's take a look. Does this... I love packaging that is a side quest in and of itself to open. That just brings me so much joy. Okay, so this all just oil and stuff like that. Not sure if it's DLC or some other type of coating. This is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impression, so I don't have this information yet. Oh, yeah, it does say, okay, so it actually does refer to this as DLC. That's cool. I kind of like the black and gold look. I feel like you guys should have done the titanium that way. So on the black one, you can definitely see, like where they do the curse, they write Predator on the frame, which you don't need to name. You don't need to write the name of the knife on the knife. On the silver one, it's not nearly as noticeable, but it's definitely still there. So I wonder if this is designed by the same person who designed the Tissot. And the only reason I say that is because of the very strange deployment cap and the old-timey, super tall tricycle wheel pivots, right? That's what it makes me think of. But very interesting. I'm going to guess that this knife ends up being somewhere between $400 and $450. When we're talking Chinese integrals utilizing titanium and M390, especially when there's contouring involved and a little bit of extra, I mean, this definitely has the extra. Anytime you can get it as close to 400 or slightly under, that is a really great price. That's a super competitive price. Yes, cheaper integrals exist, but corners are cut usually in many ways. The most impressive Chinese integral that I have ever seen, for example, would be the Wee and Dalibor Bergam Atour that came in at something like $380, maybe $370 for contouring, fully integral M390, right? Integrals that are priced less than that tend to not have that special detail, or they're lacking in heat treat, or they're lacking in blade material, or something else like that. It's tricky to get the prices down that low, especially now in 2025, where I expect the price of all Chinese pocket knives to start going up. But yeah, I mean, you guys will be able to see the price by clicking on the link in the description. In the moment of this recording, I don't know what it is, but we will return to these knives when it's time to do a full-length review. I've got a couple here, so I'll probably end up giving one away and probably keeping one, given that it is an integral. It's just one of my favorite types of knives. But I am going to go ahead and carry and use the one I plan to keep, and then I'll return with a full comprehensive review. That's going to be it today, guys. Thanks so much to Rike for sending these in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.